Hey YouTube, Krin here. This video is a simplified leveling guide to push your champions in Path of Champions to max level so that you can also begin beating hard mode Avengers like Lissandra and Swain. This guide works with all champions anytime you want and with or without cosmic blessings, so you can do this completely free. Just note that some champions level up quicker than others. But here's my guide to power leveling your champions to max level. And if you like this type of lore content, please let me know in the comments and I'll make more. For this guide, I have a level 1 Nora with star power 3, and we're gonna see how fast I can reach max level with this champion. But anyways, enjoy the video. Liam, next slide please. Starting at level 1, we can only equip a single common relic. I prefer to use Z-Drive Prototype as having the extra reroll allows you to roll for better powers that suit your champion. But if you don't have that, you can also do Chameleon's Necklace to pick up your champions more consistently, or Lost Chapter for extra spell mana. But from level 1 to 8, you're going to want to start off with winning the first 3 battles of Gangplank before retiring the run to get to level 4 for the extra health. The reason why we're only doing 3 wins at the beginning is because Path of Champions has a weird mechanic where after you complete a certain amount of wins on Adventure, you get bonus experience. So let's say I only win 2 matches on Gangplank. I'm only going to get around 60 experience per battle, but if I were to win 3 times on Gangplank, that raises it up to 101 experience per battle, a 40 experience difference. For this guide, we'll be using this mechanic to our advantage. After reaching level 4, you have 2 options. For weaker champions with 1 to 2 star power, Gangplank runs are the way to go. But for more experienced players with stronger champions that have star power 2 or 3, Nautilus runs are your best bet. Gangplank is fairly easy to complete. Beating Gangplank will reward you 605 experience and the encounters are slow enough for any champion to beat. If you have a stronger champion or star power 3, Nautilus Avengers awards you 985 experience instead. Even though it gives higher experience points, you want to focus on speed. If you can complete the Gangplank Adventure in 13 minutes and can do Nautilus in let's say 22 minutes, it might be better to continue to beat Gangplank until you reach a higher enough level to comfortably beat Nautilus. For this video, I mainly focused on Nautilus runs as Nora was quite powerful as star power 3. My tip for doing Nautilus is to avoid Abyssal Eye. This battle is tough and could take a while for you to beat. Doing 3 wins in Nautilus is also decent experience as it grants you 395 points. But I always recommend that if you can speed through the whole adventure, you might as well go right through the gates. Upon reaching level 8, your common slot will upgrade to a rare slot. There are a lot of different relics you can choose from. A pretty useful one that I know for speeding through adventures is Bounty Hunter, since you won't be going to the shop much. If you're keeping the gold throughout your adventure, that just makes your champion a big stat stick with this item. But again, you should choose what works best for your champion. From level 8 to 13, start doing Nautilus runs if you haven't already, and if you have begun, keep doing that. But if you're strong enough, you can also win 3 matches in Draven's Adventure for 565 experience. Doing the 3 wins in Draven takes around 10 minutes for me. It is quite tough and I would not recommend going past 3 wins. The mini boss of the adventure, Lee Sin, likes to take a sweet time and you will be there forever. Trust me on this, 3 wins, get out of there. Once you've reached level 13, from 13 to 19, this is where you'll be grinding for a bit. At level 13, you also have access to another common relic slot. This is where I carry a Z-Drive Prototype for an extra reroll. But the main speed leveling method is to win the first 3 matches of Thresh's Adventure. This will grant you 770 experience. It's slow at first, but once you start understanding the pattern, it should be a piece of cake. You also have the option to keep going through the adventure, but that's if you can take care of Tryndamere. Tryndamere is tough, but if you have a good loadout, everything past Tryndamere is a cakewalk, and you'll be granted a whopping 1925 experience for beating Thresh. Because of my champion being one of the best, for most of my grind I just kept going because I could beat each encounter in less than 2 minutes, and that's around 200 to 300 experience per battle. My tips were not to engage with the Yetis. If you see Yetis, run, that's all I'm gonna say. But Thresh is your go-to undead warden. He's undead, right? I don't know. Once you've reached level 19, you should be comfortably able to speedrun Thresh's Adventure. But if you get bored of doing the same thing over and over again, you should also be able to do Galio runs at this level as well. Galio rewards you 3100 experience and it's a breath of fresh air. You have the option to use cosmic blessings here as well. Galio, Thresh, and Aurelion Soul give you the best experience and this way you can skip most of the grind. Upon reaching level 19, you can also equip 2 rare relics. And a quick tip, if the weekly adventure benefits your deck greatly, Do that instead and use it to your advantage. There's some crazy nodes that are incredibly powerful and you'll miss out if you don't abuse them. I remember this one time when the captain was talking about when the weekly adventure had the node where the match began with 10 mana, she just used it to power farm 10 champions to level 30. And hell yeah, girl bossing. And finally, from level 23 to 30, by now you should know your champion's strengths and weaknesses. This is the end game, and I'm sure you're getting tired of grinding over and over again. I know I've seen Nor's level up animation probably 30 times by now, and I'm really tired of it. But to start off, win the first 5 matches in A Soul's Adventure. These matches should be a cakewalk and most shouldn't cause too much trouble. The first 5 wins will grant you 2015 experience, and after the 5 wins, you can decide to continue playing or retire there. If you're beating adventures in less than 1 or 2 minutes, keep going, that's free experience. If you think you can take down Riot Soul, give it a shot. The whole adventure gives you over 4,000 experience and it's pretty fun. Avoid champions Ezreal, Karma, and Zed. These champions are just gonna high roll some shenanigans and ruin your day. But by now, you should know what to do. And all I can say is good luck. Also, level 25 is where you can equip 2 rares and 1 comet relic, so don't forget that. For my last few runs, I've been grinding Riot Soul, and you can see how fast I can do these adventures. Nora can take down Riot Soul in 2 turns and it's just been so fast for me. But just a little bit left. So I went back to the beginning and did 3 wins in Draven's Adventure just to top it off. And tada, level 30. But that's my guide to reaching level 30 and Path of Champions in the quickest way possible. I want to make more bite-sized content like this, so let me know what you want in the comments. Anyways, I'm Krin, don't do illegal, don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, peace.